you said, we're not going to sell you hope. You said, I'm not going to tell you we're going to get the 4. I'm not going to tell you we're going to get the 8. All I can say, I can remember these words, they're very good words, that these players are well prepared and they will give their best effort to themselves, the team and the Essendon Football Club. Is that happening?
It definitely is. The guys worked, and we've spoken about pre-season, the guys worked extremely hard across the pre-season and gave their best effort. And we thought coming into the year that that would give us a good chance to reach our potential. The thing that none of us in this room know, or any of the media experts know, is how good we can be. We could be here, or we could be right up there. But if we keep turning up each week and turning up each day to do our best, who knows? And I think that's what I was trying to say pre-season.
Do you need that? Do you need that moment on? I mean, what do they like? I mean, because people are going to start talking about us now, and you've been there, I've been there, so. We need that, or do you reckon their heads are on at the right level at the moment?
These boys have got very good heads on their shoulders, but yeah, we're pretty good at putting the lid on it at the moment. But look, it's all credit to the players. They've come, they've turned up to train, and they believe in themselves, which is a really important part of being a player.
Two things. Greater Western Sydney. They're going to be a great side. They played hard, but we rolled over and eventually got over. Sheeds, the leader. What was it like? Did he play his games with you? Did he, or was the old mentor and just good on you, good luck, Hurdy, or was he? Can I still play those Sheedy games with you during the week?
No, he played plenty of games last week. He put a couple of things on paper that we would have preferred he didn't.
Yeah, it's funny about that.
Tried a few things to get us off our guard, and I think it inspired the boys up more than anything. But I had 4 press conferences with him through the week, and each one was pretty trying, and each one he was half an hour late to. So that's typical Sheeds.
There's Eastern Standard Time and there's Eastern Sheedy Time, and they're not the same, are they?
No, they're not. And his team meetings used to go for an hour and a half, and he answered one question, and that went for 15 minutes. And he gets on your nerves a bit sometimes, a coach, but
that never happened before. So now, it's probably an easy question there, but how are you enjoying it? Because there is the weight of the world on it now, on any coach. I mean, I'm talking about coaches, we're talking about Melbourne at the moment, but the weight of the world on the coach. Of course, the side of thing, how have you seen it? Your second year, you're under the belt. What's it like?
I suppose coming into a coaching job is you don't know what it's going to be like, and the best thing that I've done, or we've done at the club, is go and get a really experienced coaching group to put around me and with me, because coming to work each day, working with those coaches and knowing that what their message they're giving to the players is one that I want, but also one that teaches the players to be better players, gives you a lot of confidence. So I'm enjoying it a lot. The playing group we have is an exceptional playing group in terms of their character. They're very good boys to coach, and really enjoying coaching with the coaching group we've got. We have a lot of fun. We take it seriously enough of the time when we need to, but it's a lot of fun coaching with the boys we're coaching with.
Well, I've been around the place a while, and essentially I just watch the interaction between the coaches, and what I like is that it's not, you tell them what to do. They're all involved. They're part of the group. It's the group's team plan. It's them working together, and it seems to be working well.
Yeah, it is, and got to have the players to sort of play the game plan, but it's just a lot of fun to come to work when you're winning, and when things are going the way they're going. So hopefully the club as a whole is enjoying the way things are going.
Just on that, a great group of players. For me, a really important game is the Brisbane game, because I thought that wasn't going to be a game of skill, it was going to be a game of maturity. 2 years ago, we could have lost that game. We could have beaten the big names and fallen over against Brisbane. Did well against them. We did well against Greater Western Sydney. So, do you think they're mature bodies, of course, but do you think they're more mature up there?
There's no doubt that Brisbane game was an exceptional game, not because of the quality of opposition we beat, but the way the guys implemented the plan that they put together with us and the way they played that game out. We'd beaten Carlton 2 weeks earlier and played really well, but I thought the Brisbane game was a real highlight of that year because it was a style of football we wanted to play, and that led into West Coast, which led into Richmond and obviously GWS, but there's no doubt that Brisbane game was really exciting from a coaching point of view because it just showed the maturity of the group.
I'm sure the group would be interested. You don't have to give any secrets away, but Melbourne aren't playing well. They play well in patches. They go up to 10 minutes, they're very good. We've got 8-1, they've got no wins. Is this the danger game, the classic danger game, you think? Or we have the maturity to say, no, we have to do our job?
I'm not sure whether it's a danger game or not, but what I can see with Melbourne is that they are playing better than they were probably at the start of the year. Their game plan has changed a little bit. They're not just down the line, they're a little bit more creative with the ball, so they're a more dangerous team to play against. But what I do know about these boys that we've got in the room is if they go out and implement our style of game and put our will onto theirs and play a good brand of contested footy, then it's a game that we should win. So, you know, if we turn up to play and play well, we're confident that we'll have the result we want.
I know you've talked about it to the players, but the people, there is a brand of football that you've branded Essendon. It's Essendon football. It's not Melbourne football or Collingwood football. It's Essendon football, and we're playing that. Is that something that coaches feel good about, that yes, we want to play this and the players are doing it and it's succeeding?
Yeah, I think when we came to the club as a coaching group, and you know, we've spoken to the players a lot about this, so I might be boring them, but we spoke a lot about wanting to be a really good contested ball team and pride ourselves on the centre of the contest and making sure that we won the ball in the middle of the contest. Once we got it out of their contest, there's a certain style of ball movement that is Essendon ball movement that we think is particular to us. It breaks teams down, we do it well. But once we lose the ball as well, with our ball movement, the way we set up the ground, then we should be able to defend really well. So if those things work for us on a weekly basis, then we're a very good team and very hard to beat. But if one element of those three is not working, then we'll struggle a little bit. But they all go hand in hand. But the one thing that we wanted to bring to this club was to make sure the middle of the contest was taken care of, and that we were going to be the best in the contest. And you know, our midfield doesn't get the credit it deserves in terms of all the other high-profile midfields around. But starting the pre-season, our midfielders are all out there training hard, and that form in 9 weeks has really showed. So, you know, to me, the midfield has not even improved, but that quality of player that we've got inside there has been exceptional this year.
They're showing what they can do week in, week. But so, as a coach too, Saturday night, it says in the paper that after a game, there's blokes actually wading into the water down at South Melbourne, and the rehab, it's virtually rehab. Game finishes, eyes stretch, sing the song, coach speaks, and you've said, you know, look after yourself all. How do you feel that when you've actually, the blokes are out, and they're seriously not out there partying, they're actually going down the beach and doing the rehab right from the start?
I'm not sure about that, Simon.
Yeah, that's what I want to find out about that.
There's a place called the Exchange Hotel. It's very close to where they wade in the water, Joe. When you stop past there, grab a six-pack and jump out in the water before you do that. But this, it does show the maturity of the group. We had a guest speaker come in and speak to us probably 6-7 weeks ago and speak about the importance of recovery and how important that is to playing week in, week out. And I know the guys are doing a lot of recovery before that talk, but since then they've taken it to another level. And what it does, it means that you turn up to training on a Monday,
ready to go,
able to train, and Wednesday you train better, and on the weekend you play better. And you know, the guys have taken recovery to another level so far this year, and it's helping with not only our performance on the field, but also our injury rate, which is starting to come under control.
And I know people were worried about that injury rate, but I can remember you saying last year, we're going to make these blokes bigger and stronger, and there might be a couple of glitches along the way, but we know exactly what we're doing. And you know.
Well, that might be true. That might not be so.
Yeah, but you know how the media jump on anything. But we've had a couple and there can be just a pattern. But we are getting blokes back now, ready to go in the middle of the season, and it's starting to just feel like the whole team's coming together.
Yeah, look, injuries are unfortunate, and we don't want to see anyone getting injured because it's not just about the team; it's about people's individual careers. And when they get injured, it doesn't help. But what we did find last year is that we weren't physically prepared to play 4 quarters of football against the best teams. We'd play well for 2.5 quarters. We'd compete. We'd be ahead of Collingwood, we'd be ahead of Carlton, be ahead of Geelong at certain stages of the game. But I think the players recognise this, that we need to work harder and get bigger and stronger and fitter, so that the talent we've got, and the game plan we've got, and the effort these guys put in gets us across the line in big games. And so far it has worked. Unfortunately, there's been some guys who've missed their injury, but we think we've tweaked the program to the point where we're not getting those injuries now, and that as the guys come back into the team, we've got a healthy list and a really healthy competition for spots, which, as you would know and people know, when you have a successful team, you need that competition for spots because everyone seems to play a bit better when they're under a little bit of pressure.
And it's a hard one for the coach, but it's great for a team when the coach says, it's not who am I going to put in, but who do I have to leave out because of that competition. You've got a great strong side, don't you? That internal competition.
Yeah, it's
hard for the coach though.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match committee this week. I think we've got, I think we've only got 7 injuries and a lot of good players who are who are ready to play football. So it'll be an interesting morning, Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, to see who comes into the team or who stays in the team.
It's your job to tell them at the end of the day too. That's good. That's why you're the head coach. Good man. I know you don't want to single out players, but young play. Who's a player who you could say, look, that's the bloke I see. He was like this last year, and he's improved the most, and he's really showing us that he can keep going. Is there a young player or somebody else that, when you think about that, you think you can think his name?
There's a lot. I think it would be unfair to single out anyone because of the improvement across the board. And not just, look at individuals, they might get more touches, more tackles, more chases, but as a team,